Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. I had a recommendation. I think this was, I was streaming a couple of days ago or something, and someone was like, do a video going over the most anticipated EZAs upcoming. And I was like, okay, like, that's a good idea. I mean, why don't we just start by taking a look at the entire EZA chart right here by Misaka, okay? So, this is the original Japanese, Dokkan release order. Remember, I mean, global, we now are synced, which is good. But remember, it's not like the EZAs and the schedule and the structure and everything. It's not based on the order that global released the characters in, but the order that JP, Dokkan, released the characters in. So, this is what, so like, okay, how do I explain this? Until probably the middle of February, these are the only main premium characters that could EZA, right? Now, maybe one day they'll break that sort of thing that they do, which is where, for 2023, the first character that would EZA would be the anniversary, like, LRs, right? So, for years, it was the Dokkan Fest LRs had the EZA first. Last year, though, they EZA'd the Part 2 7th anniversary characters first, which was the Kaioken Goku and the Vegeta, right? And then they EZA'd the Gods and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta right afterwards. So in 2023 characters, I think it could be a similar thing where we would see the Goku and Gohan potentially EZA in the middle of February, and then the big boys potentially EZA, you know, at the end of February. So let's just look at all these characters, right? Because over the next couple of months, this is what we could see. So for starters, we have this Frieza. This Frieza is a forgotten unit in history. I mean, he is now, this is crazy. He is now 5 years old. This guy was like the baby time slot we're in right now. That was this guy in 2020. He was that time slot. I know it looks basic now, but this guy was probably, like if we did a strongest Dokkan Fest TURs on release list ever, I think that this Frieza is probably on it. This Frieza had everything in his kit years before characters started to have everything in their kits, right? Years and years before then. Nowadays, right, like these characters are guarding, dodge, damage reduction, support, orb changing, 5 supers, guaranteed crits. You know, back then, like, characters did not have, you know, debuff, dodge, you know, stats on hit, stacking, sealing, and then you could instantly transform if you choose, and then he's got stunning, damage reduction, like, it's just insane, right? So, I mean, this guy would be a powerful EZA. A lot of people have said, like, oh, they could EZA this guy, like, you know, with all these, like, terrifying conquer, like, Frieza and Cooler, stuff like that. Probably a better idea that Dokkan doesn't. I mean, if you look at his links, I mean, he does still have, you know, things like Strongest Clan in Space, Universal Most Violent, Shocking Speed, Nightmare, right? And Fierce Battle. I mean, I guess that is 5 out of 7, but I would probably think that this guy might be geared more towards Tournament of Power style stuff, which is another reason why this character is not Terrifying Conquer. I saw some people talking about this on Twitter. This character, in my opinion, is correctly not on Terrifying Conquer. Tournament of Power Frieza, I don't think should have been on Terrifying Conquer. Now, then the very next arc, Dragon Ball Super Broly, him being added back on, I think is correct. Like, I think that that's not like a, you know, oh, typical Dokkan with their stupidity with categories. I don't think that's what that is with Frieza there. Next EZA to come up is Tapion and Minotia. Really not much to say about them. A bit of a weird unit when they first came out because they're very limited in terms of categories and link set is very weird, right? But they've always had this ridiculous active skill, which could still be very, very interesting. I could see them buffing this to hell, by the way. So something like, you know, when activating their active skill in their passive, and then they give, like, even more support, right? Or when activating their active skill, and then they get, like, 90% damage reduction, or something like that for the turn. Like, I bet you. No way to know what they're gonna do with this character, when they're gonna EZA, what's gonna happen. For all we know, this character, it could be a while before they actually EZA. No clue. right? Hard to say, truthfully. Like, what? Like, I don't know. This character, to me, is a big question mark. I would presume they're not going to be the craziest, unless Dokkan just decided to make him the crazy. Hopefully they do. If we look at the chart, as crazy as it sounds, besides some of these like, you know, the 2022 worldwide units, Gammas, and, you know, Orange Piccolo and Gohan, besides them, whoops, went too far. This Gohan is probably my most anticipated EZA. This guy, a lot of these support characters were some of my favorite units ever. AGL Turles in 2018, Physical Android 17 2018, this AGL Kid Gohan in 2021. These characters just I've found in the lifespan of Dokkan to be such a pleasure to run. So I'm really like looking forward to this guy EZing. He has an interesting active. It is funny. You look at some of these actives, which, you know, back then were so broken, and now it's like Jesus, dude. Like, he's not like, they're not gonna give him permanent like just start a turn guard since he gets us on his active. Like, you know, like you look at these actives of these older characters, and they're just like not really that crazy anymore. Like they really have to, because remember, active skills cannot change, but what they can do is add a line in the passive when activating active skill to give it more juice. And Tapion and Minotia needed that. I think Gohan might need this. I cannot wait, dude. I know that he does have this Heavenly Events thing in right here, which sucks. But, like, this dude, if they just build his EZ around his support, he could be yet another pleasure to run. And he's a stacking character. I love this Gohan. Next up, we have Goku and Piccolo. This is a thing very similar to Tapion and Minotia, where it's just like one of these characters, like with categories and links and stuff. It's just a bit quirky. Oh, they link up pretty well. Beast, okay. A little bit quirky. It's hard to say with this character. This is a character that really needs to potentially be in long content. So, I mean, if they would EZA soon, they could gear them towards Festival of Battles. Super Int is a character for one of those missions too, right? So, yeah. There is that right there. Yeah, I think that this Goku and Piccolo, I'm definitely rooting for them, but it's very hard to, like, you know, like, they're going to be probably a long event character, and hopefully there will be long content for them to be able to build up, you know, with there being, you know, a lot of content. This AGL Trunks is one of the characters to me who, almost like one of the characters who hardest got wiped out by Red Zone. I would say, like, the number one character for that might be Physical Super Saiyan 3 Goku, honestly. You know, STR Kid Buu, AGL Trunks, Hit and God Goku, the 2021 worldwide characters, like, all of them, Red Zone dropped, and they just all were done. Like, so I'd love to see this Trunks be made good. Back when this guy came out, his base form was pretty solid, and his Super Saiyan form was pointless. So I hope they go really crazy with this guy. Like, they can, like combo this into just one ability, right? And then it's just for any debuff activated that he gets it. He needs so much. Like, you look at this, he's bare bones. This, like, it's just very specific. Like, you know, we don't know when this guy's going to EZA. Like, you could look at this now and say, oh, well, you know, Goku Black could be attack debuffed, you know, or something like that. But we have no idea when exactly this guy's going to EZA. I hope Dokkan gives him respect, though. I really do. 17 and 18. I would make a prediction that their EZA would be very minuscule, and they'll barely get anything, and they would have kind of like a bad EZA. Even with a bad EZA, they're still going to be very effective, though, because of their Ghost Usher and their Nullification and their Orb Changing, right? It's just how it works. But this, at this point, there's no way you can't consider this one of the legendary characters in Dokkan history, right? Tech Gohan type. You know, they just don't respect those characters when it's time for them to get their buffs. Dokkan doesn't. They've shown this to us time and time again. Outside of Dokkan Fest Anniversary LRs, those are the exception. Legendary characters don't usually get their second run. But outside of removing the active skill from this character, it's going to be difficult for them to prevent this character from having, I'm not even a continued run. I predict that they'll get a very weak EZA, but they'll still be good because of just the way they're set up, right? Then we have the Gohan and Trunks right here. They could redo this character as a tag. Honestly, same with this one right here. I'm not really too sure with this unit. This unit I found a bit annoying with the reliance on EJL key spheres. I think if they would EZA this character and then make this Gohan literally invincible after reviving, this could be a really fun character, right? Like, actually make him, he revives with 98% damage reduction or something. Like, that would be fun, right? This unit, I love this animation. Dude, like, some of these animations, like, so a lot of times, like, I'll play animations, like, and I'll just, like, turn the volume up and let it play and I won't talk. A lot of times, like, I'm like, enjoying watching those too. Like, I'm actually, like, enjoying watching it. And this is one of the ones that, like, I was, like, ripping my shirt off ready to go side by side with Gohan against the androids, man. Like, let's do it, Gohan. Me and you, man. We got this. Like, dude, I love this animation. So, thinking about it, I am pretty excited for, like, the tag redo of this with even better animations. This would be a fire character. Yeah. If future Gohan hate, it's corny, by the way. Yeah, you're corny if you hate on future. Sorry. Those are the rules. You're corny if you hate on future Gohan. It's just, it is what it is. Majin Vegeta. Majin Vegeta's a little tricky to EZA because of this, which they're not likely to remove because the whole basis of the intro is him hugging Trunks. So, this guy, his EZA is tricky in that we must have, like, a really, really good Trunks around. Right now, we do have the Vegeta and Trunks, who are pretty good, but it's mostly for Festival. We could run them in GDC content and stuff, but it's, again, mostly for Festival. So, man, it's just, they have to EZA this guy at the correct moment. They have to. I would really hope that they would, like, this to me could feel like potentially a good anniversary EZA or GDC EZA, where, Trunks is one of the main LRs and EGL Trunks EZAs, and this guy EZAs. Like, that's how we can make this guy good. But, I mean, he is very reliant on this, right? Like, that's why when this guy first came out, he wasn't that good, period. Because there was no good Trunkses. But then, when Vegeta and Trunks came out 3 months later, this guy became one of the best units in the game. Instantly, right? So, and his synergy with Vegeta and Trunks is really good. With the in-orb changing and shit, too. So, we'll see. I think that this guy is heavily anticipated by the community. But Dokkan has to make sure they're smart with it. We have Raditz coming up. I would like to see Raditz get the strongest EZA in Dokkan history. I think it would be very funny. It would just be, like, divine retribution to Raditz. If he was just... I don't know. Like, there's... Like, they just, like, drop this guy's EZA details and he's, like, number 1 or something. Like, it would be comedy. They have to, man. Like, they know, like, how bad he was. And I really do think, like, it's not like like, AGL Blue Goku and Vegeta have become a huge meme, but they were, like, a top 5 character on release. Raditz, truthfully, is the worst character of all time. When you consider that he's a Dokkan Fest, which gives it, like, it's, like, extra credit points for him, because he's a Dokkan Fest, right? He is the worst of all time. Like, it's not an exaggeration. It's not just a meme. Like, he's a meme because he was literally the worst of all time. So, I am really, like, funny enough, outside of, like, like, Cooler, or, Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, like, this is the most anticipated EZA, this guy. Because, I mean, they make him crazy, dude. It'd be nuts. Goku and Piccolo, so we have 2 Goku and Piccolos due up for EZAs. One is, Goku and Piccolo. This one's Goku and Piccolo / Piccolo. So, remember, they could link together and stuff like that. This, I think, would be another fun tag redo, by the way. Goku and Piccolo from the Raditz fight, I think, could be a lot of fun. This is another one, though, it's very hard to say for sure. Like, how good is this character going to be? Hard to say for sure, right? Very hard to say for sure. Because, I mean, we still got their active. There's just a lot of moving parts with this character. Hopefully they EZA them in the correct spot, but this is a quirky unit that they're going to have to handle a little bit with care. This, dude, that little, like, their LR art, like, that shit is so good. That shit is so fire. That's like it's like the next episode. Like, you know, like, this, like, right here, this exact shot. This is when, like, the narrator comes in. And it's like, oh, Goku and Piccolo are fucked right now. Can Piccolo, you know, do something with his attack? And then it, and then, like, you know, he, like, the narrator finishes saying that. And then, like, the shot of Piccolo getting huge behind Goku zooms in. Like, that's, like, right. Like, you can hear the narrator talking during this shot, man. You can hear it. This character, Gohan and Goku right here. We have seen Nuking characters like this character get really gargantuan EZAs. They make this character a rainbow orb changer. Chat, and we really could be off to the races, man. For real. Like, if they make this character like a stacking rainbow orb changer character, they could be quite fun. This Goku and Gohan. This is kind of like a Dokkan original before they started using that term Dokkan original too, by the way. This is one of my favorite animations in the game. This is so good. Like, this is kind of like a bit of a, like, I don't know, like a what if on the father-son Kamehameha, you know, based off of Toriyama's art. That shit is just so goddamn clean, man. I can't wait for them to EZA. The ROF Blues, we were expecting them to EZA during the TDC. They probably should have. They should have EZA'd and Cooler and Super Saiyan Goku, in my opinion. And then I think things would have felt a little bit different with that TDC, with a lot more blood added to those movie hero, movie bosses teams. I don't know about this character. Like, they're on a lot of teams. I think it would be good if, like, you know, when Dokkan would get back to, like, Tournament of Power and, like, start building up, like, Realm of Gods type stuff to EZA them then. I think would be a good idea. One really good thing about this character, when looking at their EZA, right, is this. Wabam. Easiest condition in the world. Like, this is always this is like the golden condition. Just 4th turn, start a battle, never have a problem with that. All right, that's it, boom. So, if they give the characters good kits, we know we won't be stuck in base or some nonsense, right? Next we have Pan. I don't know. If they EZA'd Pan right now, that would probably be pretty solid. Because GT Heroes is quite effective with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. It's just, remember, you know, kind of like came up with the term the tech Pan slot. Because back then, I would do these videos where I would take all the Dokkan Fests into, well, you know, the new characters. I would try and no item all the red zone stages, right? And when I was doing the Pan runs, it was so often where Pan would get killed because, you know, you have this, like, back then, this was, like, crazy, right? You know, Pan was, like, oh, so good before she attacked. But then after she attacked, and then that's where the boss would super repeatedly. And so I started calling it the Tech Pan slot because she would just get massacred. But GT Heroes is looking quite good right now. Although I suppose... Well, it is just GT Hero Goku, right? But that doesn't work for the Unit Super, right? Yeah, the Unit Super specifically needs to be Goku GT. So I guess, I mean, the GT Trunks is okay. Yeah, I mean, this would trigger from EGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku before he transforms, though. So yeah, Pan EZing right now, I think it'd be quite good. Then we have these boys. I think that these guys are going to EZA before the 8th anniversary LR start EZing, because this is the first Carnival LR. And these are the big boys. These are the big anticipated releases right here. Goku and Cooler. I'm praying that they get God tier EZAs. These are the EZAs where it's like, Dokkan makes them both top 5 level, and people are like, oh, Amatsu is so good, and oh my god, we're so happy, and oh, Cooler is back, baby. But like, they just decide to give Cooler one of these weak EZAs, and we will literally never hear the end of the fucking crying. So, I am praying that these guys are like gods. I think, looking at the landscape now, New Year's or potentially 11th anniversary part 1, I think is where we might see these guys EZA, but we'll see. Then we have the part 2 LRs. This is why I think doing it during 11th anniversary could be good, because we could EZA, I mean, that would be insane, because there would be 8 LR EZAs if they did the 2022 worldwide and the 2023 8th anniversary and 11th anniversary. We'd have 8 LR EZAs and major units. Like, probably would be better to spread them out a little bit throughout the year, but we'll see. I mean, saving these guys for later could be good. And this is another tag character Dokkan could do, by the way. Goku and Vegeta. Then we have the Gammas. I kind of think that Superhero is probably slated to be a part of a major celebration upcoming in the next year. So, you know, New Year's, 11th anniversary, Golden Week, TDC. I think we could see Superhero during then. And then they could EZA the Gammas and Orange Piccolo and Physical Beast Gohan. Remember that the Gammas are also some of the strongest characters in Dokkan history when they first came out. You know, if we did top 10 Dokkan Fest TURs of all time, I might even have Gamma 1 at 1, by the way. But both of these guys are probably top 10. And, I mean, you look at their kits are so fucking good right now. This is a good kit. It's just their power crept, right? That's all. They're 3 years old. They're 3 years old next week for JP. Remember, it was so stupid. JP got it, and then Global was just a week later. I just found that so stupid. Like, just drop them at the same time in both versions. Not hard. Now they're doing that, which is good. These guys, man, dude. These guys are just fun as shit, too. Remember, Gamma 1 has a battle motion, by the way, but Gamma 2 does not, so... Hopefully, I don't know, they get Gamma 2 a battle motion by the time these guys EZA. It's going to be so weird. This guy literally has a battle motion right now, and Gamma 2 does not. So, got to get Gamma 2 as battle motion. All right, guys, big time. I do want to see this Bardock be good, just because, in my opinion, I would probably still call this the best intro in the game. I think this is probably my pick for #1 intro in Dokkan. It's just too good. And then that Scouter for a bunch of turns. Remember, the day Bardock came out, he didn't work where the first 5 turns were a Scouter. It actually was only on his turns, and then they adjusted him, and then it was for the first 5 turns of battle. But it could be interesting. The big problem that this guy that I remember is that this damn Rainbow Orb changing was tied to his intro and not part of his base kit, and rainbows were very important for him. Another character where they give him Rainbow Orb changing base kit, and we could be looking good here. We'll see. We'll see what this guy's going to look like, but I am rooting for this guy as well. Then we have this Carnival Super Saiyan Goku. No clue, dude. Right now, Carnival characters have not EZA'd, right? Like, we haven't seen any EZAs for Carnival characters at the moment, so it's hard to gauge exactly how strong they're going to be. I foresee that we could get Carnival EZAs, you know, on that Dokkan Fest LR level. Sometimes Dokkan Fest LRs can be, like, really crazy. Sometimes maybe they can be a little bit underwhelming. I mean, this character is a support, though. So, just a Super Saiyan Goku support character could be really good on a lot of different teams and very helpful. So, I definitely have high anticipation for this one, for sure. Then we have the superhero characters. Orange Piccolo, I'm a little skeptical of, because, again, he's one of the legendary characters in Dokkan history, and outside of Anniversary LRs, Anniversary Dokkan Fest LRs, excuse me, Dokkan doesn't really, like, they don't care to give, okay, Orange Piccolo was borderline #1 for a year straight, let's do it again. They don't, that's not gonna happen, most likely. So, I'm not sure. I'm a little nervous about this guy's EZA. This guy, I feel much more optimistic about, because he was very underwhelming, and he's one of the, he was the, like, the bringer of really bad vibes to Dokkan. Like, it's like he was the foretelling of doom of 2023 Dokkan, for real. The day he dropped, and then 2023 is the worst modern year of Dokkan. It's just, I feel like they'll do him right. Maybe I'm wrong. Plus, Amatsu loves Gohan. And remember, there's that clip of Amatsu. I love Gohan. And then, I'm struggling to get ki here in this fight with this Gohan. Like, it was hilarious. That was during 2023 Tanabata. All right, so there's that. And then finally, we have the 8th anniversary LRs we get to. I could also pull up the Goku and Gohan. Let me do that, actually. Let's just go to Goku family. Here we go. And let's get the Goku and Gohan pulled up. Because I would say there's a good chance that these two end up easying even before these guys, in the same structure that the last anniversary was. I predict that these guys will be really good. I thought Grid Ape Vegeta was really good for the first, 6 months up until GDC dropped and changed the game. This Gohan, we'll see. His kit was always weird. Like, I don't know. It was very odd. It's like he has all these additionals in here. Like, it's like, it felt like he was built up by attacking, but built up by being hit. It's stupid. Terrible. Like, it's bad design. So, I don't know. Hopefully they do this guy right. These two are going to easy. These guys, are some of the most anticipated. The thing is, they're not going to get fumbled. There's one type of EZA that I'm very confident I can directly tell you guys. These guys will be better than anything in the game right now. Because it's true. It's back at Beast Gohan was in his prime. I said the gods and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta will be better than Beast Gohan when they EZA. And a lot of people were like, no, that's no way. And it's like, yeah, bro, that's what's going to happen. And like right now, this character you're looking at will be better than anything in game right now in 3 months when they EZA. The only things that might surpass them is, new 11th anniversary characters that would have come out. But everything currently in the game as of this moment will be replaced by this character and by these guys will be better. So, let me know what you guys think. A lot of EZAs upcoming. A lot of exciting EZAs upcoming. Because 2022, I think was a fun year in terms of character picks. Right? And, we've had some big-time guns EZA recently. Vegeta and Trunks, Fusion Zamasu, Golden Frieza, right? Like, we've had some popular characters get their EZAs this year, so we'll see. They got to get to that Frieza so we could clear up 2022 or 2020 and get all the characters EZA'd from that year. We will see. So, let me know what you guys think about all of the upcoming EZAs. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I will catch you, Angels, next time.